thank you guys for joining me for this new segment I am creating. It is called 5-Year Plans. And in this segment, I will be predicting the future of a theme slash amusement park. And what better way to start off this new segment than predict the future of my home park, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, which is located in Vallejo, California. And this is one of those times where I feel I know and what the park needs and what I know what they will be wanting to add. And those of you that are skeptical about this may not be the best at agreeing with this. This is all speculation and opinion. None of this is fact. This is just me trying to guess what parks will be adding in this segment. And it's actually kind of fun predicting the future of a park because we don't know what the parks will get. But so it's just fun to make predictions. Anyways, this will be going from 2017 to 2021, 5 years. Parks oftentimes predict attractions 2 or 3 years in advance. They don't usually think 5 years ahead. But what I'm doing is thinking 5 years ahead. But before we look into the future, let's take a step back and look at what they've added in the last 5 years. Oftentimes you can predict the park's future by looking at patterns and trends in the park's past. Not pictured here, the skyscraper that they added in 2011, most models are 200 feet or above. Discovery Kingdoms is just 150 feet tall. And then in 2012, they added Superman Ultimate Flight. That maximum height is 150 feet. Because they have Six Flags Discovery Kingdom has a height limit of 150 feet. So adding rides can tend to be tough because a lot of them are big and tall. But anyways, they have had a good 5 years. They haven't had the best, but they have added 2 new roller coasters, Superman and the Joker, which is an RMC hybrid. They added a new show, which only ran until about August. They added a thrill ride, which is their Larson Super Loop, dubbed Daredevil. And they also added a family ride, which increased their family rides and non-thrill based rides section to 28. So that is the past 5 years at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Getting started in 2017, I am predicting a family ride package. Here's what I am thinking in this new family ride package. Some Larson flying scooters, a Zamperla disco, and a Zamperla air race, similar to the air race at Coney Island or at Playland's Castaway Cove. Here's why I think Larson flying scooters will be a good fit. First of all, Six Flags parks and parks in general are installing these. These are becoming really hot in the industry right now. We saw Six Flags Over Georgia add in 2016 Larson flying scooters in their new kids section, DC Super Friends, and that attraction is called Wonder Woman's Flight School. Six Flags America and The Great Escape have all added these, and Laurent is adding some this year, along with the Gravitor, which was what I intended for Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, but I couldn't find the exact model name, so I just went with a Zamperla air race. Anyways, off in the bottom left-hand corner, I have outlined a few areas where the Zamperla Disco and the Larson Flying Scooters could fit. Outlined in the circle in black is where they have the park has their American Bald Eagle, and right across from that, that is where I think the Larson Flying Scooters could fit. First of all, it fits in the land area. Plus, it goes with the theming around it. It has the bald eagle right next to it. And then you have the Larson Flying Scooters, which are themed to eagles. And in I believe the red, I haven't actually looked at this in a while. In the red, I think, will be the space the Zamperla Disco could fit in the back, and it's in the back of the park. There isn't really a major attraction in that area. Really, the only attraction in that area is their butterfly house. So this will give that area of the park, which is more of the dead areas of Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, it will give it a new attraction and a much more refreshed feel. And off to the bottom right hand corner, I have outlined, I believe in yellow, the space where the Zamperla air race could go. And excuse me. I'm predicting the Zamperla air race will be an expansion to Seaside Junction, because this area used to be called Thomastown, and most parks had Thomastown. Then they rethemed it to Whistletop Park, and Whistletop Park has most of them at the other Six Flags parks have about 9 attractions in them. Discovery Kingdoms only has about 3 or 4, I believe. So this would give Seaside Junction another ride, and let's be honest, it's one of the more awkward parts of the park, because it clearly has not regained its fame since being rethemed to Seaside Junction. In 2018, I am predicting some thrill rides. If these predictions do come true, they will add the 3 family rides and the 3 thrill rides. And this is what I'm predicting for 2018. I am predicting a Justice League Dark ride, as well as a Mondial rollover and a drop tower. Here's why I think the Justice League will come true. For parks, Six Flags parks are installing these 2 at a time. We saw Six Flags Great Adventure, or not Great Adventure, Great America, and Six Flags Mexico add these in 2016, and they'll want to add them to all the Six Flags parks. Here's why I think the Mondial rollover would be fit. It could replace the park's old Huss topspin, which has been sitting and decaying for months on end now. And one of the major things that Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is missing in their lineup is a drop tower. So that is why I'm predicting that. And also, probably in mid-July, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom will announce the removal of Chabot Stadium, which is their old seaside stadium, which looks out into Lake Chabot. And they haven't used it since about 2004 or 2005. So that is why they will probably announce it probably in mid-July, because that's when Six Flags Discovery Kingdom announced that they were closing the Roar in 2015. And they'll probably announce the closure. Well, it's been closed for quite a while. They'll announce the removal of Chabot Stadium probably mid-July, and then they'll start putting it under Funstruction as Six Flags used to do it. They'll probably start removing it in probably about when the summer ends, when they start operating only on weekends. And that will be a build up to 2019, where I am predicting an SNS 4D free fly coaster that will be replacing Chabot Stadium. In yellow, I have circled Chabot Stadium, and that is where the SNS coaster would go. First off, it fits in the height limit. I believe the maximum height of this coaster is only around 120 feet or so. Second, it'll be something that Six Flags Discovery Kingdom does not have at all. They don't have a 4D coaster. Really, the only competition is 600 miles south of the park, and that is Green Lantern. And again, no competition like what I said in the Joker analysis with Twisted Colossus. So it would give the park their 11th coaster, I believe, and it would add a major thrill. Plus, Chabot Stadium is, well, it's been unused, so that area of the park will enlighten. And a theme for it, it could be rethemed as Gotham Alley, but I'm pretty sure that V2 will have to be rethemed as well, so I don't think that's going to work. Although they could rename it after the lake and sharks or something, I don't know. I will have to see what Six Flags licenses in the near future to see what that happens. In 2020, I am predicting a new show, as with 2013 with Sir Dream Splash-tastic after Six Flags added Superman. I am predicting a new dolphin show to replace their Discover Our Ocean friends, because Drench is a classic and should not be even mentioned in changing. And also, you can send Kong in reverse. Parks often turn their attractions in reverse. We saw Six Flags Discovery Kingdom do it to the Sky Screamer during Fright Fest in 2015. So I'm predicting, if they have not removed Kong by now, but anyway, if these park predictions come true, which I stated earlier, they will want to send Kong in reverse for about half the year or so. That is what I'm predicting for 2020. And in 2021, I am predicting a Spinsanity flat ride. Six Flags Over Georgia has one. It is called Harley Quinn Spinsanity. And Six Flags Fiesta Texas is adding one this year in their trio of flats that include Hurricane Force 5 and the Fireball, which is another super loop. So the Spinsanity flat ride is actually good additions. It's a solid thrill ride, but here's the problem with it. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom already has a scrambler, so I don't think this will be needed, but I think the Six Flags Discovery Kingdom will be wanting to add it in 2021. And that concludes this park prediction. So here's the timeline for the next 5 years at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Of course, none of this is confirmed yet. It's just all speculation and pure guessing. So I really wonder what Six Flags Discovery Kingdom will be adding after the Joker. Either will they do a new show like they did in 2013, or will they add a family ride, which is what I think they will be doing. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's as simple as that. Be sure to stay tuned to PG2 Freight Coaster News for more park battles and such. And I will see you guys later.